Wanda Baloyi is former member of the group Ghetto Luv, and she's a solo artist, and she recorded an album, Voices, that established her family as an artist in her own right. And she's here in the studio to tell us about her musical journey. She comes from a musical family herself, and has collaborated with established stars, and wondering if she's still keeping the connection with the stars. Of course you have to.
I have
if
to.
Your folks are always there in your face, making noise or making music, however way you see it, you cannot escape. Pleasure to have you with us, Wanda.
Thank you for having me.
Right, and I was telling you, I had the song of your dad features in that song, right?
Yes, he does.
And he was a collaborator with Jimmy Lulu in the past as well.
Yes.
So I'm Suffering.
Yes.
A popular song up to now. Can you believe it?
Wow.
Can you believe it?
Sometimes I don't believe it, but yeah, I do believe it. It's an amazing history.
And is he still making music?
He is still making music. I'm actually in June, we're going to be doing a collaboration show that was launched at the Joy of Jazz last year.
Okay.
Yes,
Oh,
in Mozambique.
Great. In Mozambique?
Yes.
Going back to the roots, where it all began, right?
Absolutely.
Talking about Jaco Maria here. So, Wanda, let's talk about you, because your dad must come here and speak for himself, right? Lest you say all the wrong things that you shouldn't reveal about him. So what have you been up to, since releasing your debut album?
Wow. I released my debut first album in 2003.
Yes.
That is like really many years ago. And from then, I've released 4 albums after that. Won awards and been sharing stages with a lot of amazing artists, both locally and internationally. And been also, I like to consider myself a very spontaneous artist.
Yes.
I don't like to block myself in a specific genre. So I like working with different types of musicians, DJs. Recently just collaborated with Louis Vega on one of the songs that was on my previous album. So it's pretty exciting. It's a really nice journey.
So it's an evolution of sorts, and having a little bit of this, a taste of that, and so on.
Absolutely.
But, being stuck in the past myself, please bear with me for a while. Because I can imagine the work that your dad did, and the fact that you went on to work with Jimmy. So how was it, Jimmy Lulu, working with him? And I suppose now and again you do collaborate with him again.
Yes. For me, because I grew up listening to the likes of Jimmy Lulu, and I'm a very old soul by nature because of the music that was fed to me at home.
Yes.
So when I had the opportunity to do my first album, it wasn't really much of a hassle to think about who I would like to produce it, because I'm also a fan of Jimmy's work.
Sure.
And I thought he would be the perfect person to, kind of bring life to my music.
Now, music takes the stars everywhere.
Yes.
Right? And you make new friends everywhere.
Absolutely.
And the people that stand out that you've worked with, that, when you were still a child, you never thought you'd ever collaborate with them or be in the same room with them, same stage with them, that you always think about. Who are those?
Oh, wow. I've worked with the late Miriam Makeba.
Yes.
I worked with Brahu, collaborating on a show at the Lyric Theatre. Wow, I've shared stages with so many greats. Wow, the list is...
It's endless. It goes
on
and on and on.
And it grows as we go, and I've been on stages with greats such as the Layla Hathaways, Foreplay, the list is just...
But the audiences then that you have enjoyed the most?
I absolutely enjoy any audience that appreciates the gift of music. Every audience has a different energy, and when you get on stage, you are fed by that energy, and that's what drives you. So I'm a firm believer that the music and the energy that you send across is received the other way around. So any stage where I'm on and people feel and listen to the message is a wonderful thing.
Well, you said your music is evolving, and of course music is music, right? So you can perform anything without necessarily having to categorize it into one genre or another. Currently working on a new recording, I presume, and is it a mix of everything?
Oh, it is so different, and it's still very fresh, so I'm not really talking about it a lot. I'm not giving a lot of information, but it's super different. I'm 100% sure people will be like, wow,
Yes.
Yes.
But then those influences that you mentioned, and I like them because I can relate to them
Yes.
readily.
Yes.
Would we still have a taste or a sense of that too, that this is your journey and your history up to this point?
I think the one thing that always stays is my sound, my vocal sound. I'm
Yes.
highly influenced by soul and jazz and all those elements and Brazilian music, and because of my Mozambican background, etc., etc. So all in that, I love to incorporate in everything that I do. So that is standard, but everything else around it is different.
The flavoring will be
Yes,
different.
the spices
Yes.
are different, and the presentation is different.
Sure. And they're doing a lot of live shows now recently?
Yeah. We do a lot of live shows. I work with a quartet. I love to keep my music very clean. Also because of the sound and the style of music that I do and the way that we present ourselves, yes. So I'm a firm lover of live music.
Well, I love it too, and especially vocal music, you see. And I
Yes.
did suggest before we started that it's not an audition.
Yeah.
It's a show of time.
Oh,
You know,
really?
you have to have all the confidence that goes with the experience and the audiences that you've. I'm sure you've performed in front of more than 60,000, 80,000 people.
Whoa! I've performed in front of a lot of people, and I
Yeah.
think, there's always that little fear,
Yes.
that, oh my God, before you get on stage.
But if you were to give a flavor to a small group, group,
Not like this group.
this small group, yeah.
Hoje em dia eu pensei que eu estarei no outro lugar da minha vida. Hoje em dia eu pensei que eu estarei no outro lugar da minha vida.
Doesn't matter what language it is, right?
Estou ficando maluca. Estou ficando maluca. Estou ficando maluca.
There we go. I don't know what it means, but it sounds great.
Thank you.
It sounds
Thank
great.
you.
I know a colleague of mine would want me to translate for him and say, can you sing in Zulu? This is Chris, our floor manager here.
Okay.
He loves music, but if it's
Okay.
not in Zulu, he thinks that there might be a problem with it. But I'm sure he's impressed. He's great. Music is music.
Absolutely.
And you say, so you're going to be performing in Mozambique when? In June?
In June, yes. It's a jazz festival, an annual jazz festival that they do.
And you're not performing anywhere in South Africa
Oh, yes,
before
I am.
then?
Yes, I am. I'm doing the
So where do we
state
catch your shows then?
I'm doing the Pretoria State Theatre
Uh-huh.
in May.
Yeah?
And I'm doing Durban. I mean, we got a lot of different corporate events. If you want to find out where I'm performing on social networks, I always update where I'll be performing and upcoming events as well.
Just check Wanda Baloyi.
At Wanda Baloyi, everything. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, at Wanda Baloyi, one word.
All right. Well, for those of you who might be jealous of what transpired here in this, we just got a taste. We just got a small taste and we didn't pay. So if you are going to pay and enjoy Wanda Baloyi's music, she's got a huge body of work behind her story. So go to any of those shows. And of course, regards to your folks.
Thank you.
I'm Safari. That's the father who sings that song, by the way. So that's how we come to the end of the show this evening, and we hope that you appreciated and enjoyed it. Thanks for having been with us on this journey of growth, as well as trying to make a change that makes a difference. Stay well. Until next time, good night to you.